If you have not subscribed to Alboa Cinema, this is where you will get everything. So subscribe. Niwewe naongelesha. Subscribe.
So now, karibu to Alboa Cinema. Now, this is the video that I've wanted to do for the last couple of weeks because, well, it's American news. Now, since the Orange Man and Tesla owner Elon Musk entered the White House, there've been a lot of the opposite side, the Democrats. A lot of their fans have been very unhappy. Of course, I've done the videos about US aid, and now they're canceling all these things. They're cutting down numbers of the bureaucrats in the government, all that. Now, what has been happening socially and criminally is that there's a lot of these guys have been destroying Teslas. Yes, literally burning them, scratching the paint off. They call it keying. It's been something to watch. These woke people, I told you guys, I can smell the ideology from far. These are the people who keep claiming, oh, minorities, peace, love, and unity. Oh, the climate, oh, everything, peace, love, everything. But they're not really that. We all know it's fake. We all know it's being done for political expediency, for some cultural acceptance, and of course, to be able to take power and to tell people what to do. They're just not sufficiently packed up here for me to listen that much. So there is some videos that's been going around showing these American Democrat supporters burning the great Elon's customers' properties. So actually, like for example, by the way, go to X, follow me there on X, non-Apple X. Yes, Alboa Cinema. Let me show you Alboa Cinema right there. Mwaona. Nifuate hapo Alboa Cinema. So anyway, there is just before I go on, we have this project, the Book of Car, Chapter X. We are trying to do the feature film, so we are doing a crowdfunding. So you can go and contribute there. There's two major ways you can do that. You have a till number, which I've also placed. If you can see it here, if you can see it right here. There is a till number, and then just next to me, just on this other side. This other side. This side, this one. That is PayPal, Sejo2001 @gmail.com. So make your contributions. We are trying to raise, give or take, about 3.5 to 4 million shillings to do this project. But the way we are doing it is that whatever money comes in, we're just building. There's a lot of world building going on right now, props, everything, modeling. So the resources come in, we move one step forward. So instead, we can't wait to raise all the money. So there's going to be a merch shop that I'm going to start posting in the next videos. And anyway, I might actually post the link after I find out if it's ready. So you can go there and do the thing. You can also watch. I have it on my X. Whatever profile there, pinned comment. You can watch the short film there. You can watch it on 3D Africa Media here on 3D Africa Media, the channel on YouTube. Sawa kabisa. Now. Let's see. What am I doing? Yeah. So what is I'm going to talk about next is that the Tesla thing. So we are going to watch a few of these videos. I'm reacting to this guy called Decoy Voice. He's kind of an Asian American. He does a lot of this commentary on social issue, entertainment, So for me, if I listen to your videos and I like, I did subscribe. That's the way it's supposed to be. Because I subscribe real fast. So let's see what they are doing and what commentary Decoy Voice is going to give us on this phenomenon. See, of the people who love peace, love, and unity.
Are getting randomly keyed as more Tesla vehicles are getting randomly keyed in the streets and
Look
even
at that.
getting hit with dog excrement.
Like, imagine you're a grown-up who decides to take your dog's excrement and throw it to a car because politics. Imagine. Just think about that for a second as we continue with these people.
Left is going nuts.
I hate them! I hate them! I need them off the streets. I need them off the road. I need them on the highway. I need them out of my town. I need them out of my country. I'm so sick of them. I'm so sick of Tesla trucks.
Okay. You see, when I tell people to take a moment before you consume these ideologies that are just coming from there, they're coming, inclusivity and diversity and equity. We want same thing. You guys don't know. This is the result of that ideology, my friends. You are seeing somebody's losing their minds, politically instigated. They are losing their minds over people who've bought Teslas. Somebody's purchase. Like now, if I find you're a guy who uses Airtel, then I get mad because why are you using Airtel? And Airtel supported, the owners of Airtel, they supported Ruto. So why are you do you see the leaps I have to make to actually throw a tantrum like this? First of all, I'm listening. This is a young lady. These are the people that the wokeness has really affected the most. They cannot believe they've been duped for so long. Now the media has driven them crazy. They can't believe. I hate them. I hate the vehicles and the owners of them. By the way, if you don't remember, Elon Musk was the darling of these people, climate change or electric vehicles. A lot of the people own Teslas are actually from this woman's party or the Democrats. Now just think about it. People, I'm telling you guys, when you listen to this, a lot of this news about everybody, let me tell you a rule of thumb. If the media, mainstream media, is attacking a particular person badly, unless you have irrefutable evidence, look and understand that he's probably on the right. Not right like right wing, but he's whatever he did, it was probably a good thing and it's right. I'm telling you, try that. Measure your red pill. Okay, let's listen to the woke degenerate here.
And like most liberals that are this emotional, I don't believe she can articulate a single reason she dislikes Cybertrucks beyond the few NPC talking points she saw on social media. Like this lady who is king an electric vehicle, but it's not a Tesla, it's a Rivian. Yeah.
You see, this is the thing. Everybody wants to virtue signal, and some of them they're really deranged actually. Like it's taken over all components of reason. They can't think without filtering all their thoughts and actions through this ideology. Like I actually believe that because you've seen some of their young people and old people, they're cutting off their, they're cutting off, like it's so powerful. It's like a religion. Like it's just what calms people. Like this one is just a Rivian is also like an electric car, but it's not a Tesla. But now she can't even think straight. In fact, now saying any vehicle can be keyed.
That other electric car company that's largely owned by Volkswagen, notoriously known for being the manufacturer backed by Hitler.
Yes.
I would say it's ironic that these liberals are allegedly fighting fascism by supporting Volkswagen.
Waiting for even to never give Musk money, but Volkswagen used to be anyway.
But it's actually on brand for them, as in New York City. This guy carved a Nazi symbol into a vehicle, only for the owner to be of that group, demanding hate crime enhancements.
Yeah, it is now. They are committing crimes against each other. Deranged. That's what I'm telling you. Like a lot of this, I'm not saying there's a lot wrong with a lot of these Western ideologies. There's a lot wrong with it. There are good ones, just like with everywhere else. I mean, the success they have now has been largely based on that. But then you have these fucking idiots. You have these idiots. They're total idiots. And some of them are old. Look at this guy here. Tesla bad, no Nazi. And some of you have seen some of you on social media saying that shit right over here. Like, you can't even take your mind off mainstream lies and propaganda for a second. Just think for your... I'm not going to tell you to think for a second. It's a difficult endeavor, and you won't like what you see or hear on the other end. But you're full of shit. You really have to do more to know what is going on. That when you hear these people, because I see these things, I'm covering them because also here, I can see you guys talking. It's not free. You guys are Elon bad. I see you guys posting Elon bad. Like you don't even know him. You know him through the eyes of a CNN propagandist. Like, what do you know? You don't know anything. Like, do some... It's so easy to know what these people are about, but you don't care. You want it filtered through somebody to tell you how to feel good about yourself. I've seen some of you talk nonsense about Elon Musk. Yeah, he's so stupid. But then there are a lot of these leftists. Elon is so stupid, I don't know anything. Somehow, he's so stupid, I don't know anything. Runs all these companies with actual products, Starlink, Teslas, rockets to the moon, actual, like the other day he just went and brought back the astronauts who were left there. Imagine they left the astronauts. It doesn't matter which government you're talking about. They're usually more than incompetent. Like all these things, and you somehow you think you're the one who knows because you have some political propaganda that's been pumped into you can't even resist.
As these leftist idiots are proudly standing behind that symbol, portraying Elon as a rodent, just like the group they're allegedly against. Yeah,
remember even the Rwandese started calling people cockroaches. It's the same thing. They don't understand. Look, and they're old people. I think these are people who just bored. They're looking for some social cause to make their life worth anything. So they're just walking around writing, Elon bad. Like, these people are pathetic. Look, old white people, leftists.
They've literally become everything they claim to hate.
Yes.
But they're too stupid to realize. Vandalizing random vehicles.
By the way, if you've really swallowed this woke vibe, unless if you're not making money from it and you keep regurgitating this woke nonsense of the West, just know that you're in the bottom third of IQ holders in this world. Just know that. Like I see some of you speak so confidently. Like the internet shows us exactly what capacity people have mentally. We are not the same.
And waving around Nazi symbols in allegiance with a political party makes them unquestionably the bad guys. But intelligence isn't their strong point, and now they're finally finding out. As these useful idiots are now keying vehicles at the Dallas...
You see, this guy is down here. He's keying this Tesla. Now, you guys have to know that Teslas have cameras, 360 cameras everywhere. So wherever you come from, which side on a Tesla, you'll be recorded. They have those proximity sensors, everything goes on. Can we check? I don't know how it does for the future of surveillance, but we are here already. They're surveilling us in the phones, everything. Anyway, that's another thing altogether. But this is like... And you see, you're going to notice a certain trend. A lot of these people are pretty old. They're pretty old. Age does not mean wisdom. Doesn't. A lot of these people, old but dumb as rocks, my friend. They don't know anything. Like, literally anything. They watch CNN, MSNBC, KTN, NTV, KBC, and they just believe everything that comes out of that. And because they're so old, stuck in their ways, it's impossible to reason with them. So they just act out like... But these ones in the West have become a lot more childish. I've noticed that thing. Like, a lot of old people behave like children, man. Even here, not just here, like on social media, seeing some old women try to flaunt their bodies. Old men there pretending they're, like you're bawling at you're flossing in a... Oh, man. I find that ushamba, actually. It's immature, but also new shamba deadly. New shamba. To new shamba. Nicompoops.
Airport in Texas.
Look at that.
Causing thousands of dollars of damages
Look
at the
at
Ontario
that.
airport.
He's hitting a vehicle and he's old like that. Imagine if this was your dad.
Airport in Texas. even causing thousands of dollars of damages at the Ontario
That's your
airport in
dad.
California. And as of today, the Attorney General is now classifying these acts of vandalism as domestic terror, where they're
Sasa when you now government decides to switch and do this, you have no idea how badly you've messed up. When they start adding those caveats like terrorism, my friend, for such a stupid thing like what is done, you maybe you're in for 5-10 years. Imagine that. Imagine how dumb you have to be to put yourself and your life and your career and your businesses in jeopardy just so that you can do that. Americans, what is wrong, my friends? What's wrong?
they're facing 20 years in prison. And how
20.
easy is it going to be at an airport of all places to retrace these idiots to arrival or departures to their boarding pass that's attached to their IDs, so Cash Patel or Dan Bongino can send their guys to go arrest them? And it's already happening with local authorities, where this guy keyed a Nazi symbol into this Tesla.
Look at
but it was
this.
outside a Crunch Fitness, who immediately recognized him as a member and identified him for law enforcement. They
Oh my
quickly went
God.
out and arrested that idiot for criminal mischief, which is a felony in Colorado, where he faces a 1.5 years in prison. And this
Imagine just for like because because a lot of people don't have, as I say, impulse control. You just feel like doing something at all costs. You just do it. You don't care about what's gonna happen next. Nothing. It's just like children, as I was saying, just impulsive children who can just hold themselves. They need to win. We need to win. Like this is what is going on. These are children throwing a tantrum because they did not win an election. Totally smoked, but yeah.
was 2 days before the Attorney General reclassified these crimes. And in San Jose, California, this NPC keyed a Tesla. But these crimes-
Look at
in
this
San
guy.
Jose-
Look at how old this guy is, man. Like I was telling you, there is a certain trend with this. Just old fools. It's just an old fool. Like you, life is so good and easy, just looking for trouble anywhere because he didn't win an election. Useless.
In California, this NPC keyed a Tesla.
Look at that.
But after the video went viral, someone else believes they found the guy.
Did you just key a Tesla the other day? What? You're on video.
The local police were able to arrest the vandal within 24 hours, charging him with a felony. It's only
Imagine you're that old, like you're this petty, man. Imagine getting into this age and you're this small in the brain. Like think about it for just a moment. I know a lot of you like this exciting, our politics is better than... No, none of your politics is better than... You guys are just infantile. Really stupid people. That's what it is. Like if you can't... Because a lot of you don't want to hold anyone accountable, especially if you agree with them. That's why for me, I have zero tolerance for this woke nonsense from the West. Zero tolerance. And I don't care what price has to be paid for that, but it's a necessary price. Because imagine dealing with such people. Like those are the people now that whose norms you're following. You have to be woke. You have to think, oh, black, oh, LGBTQ. Go to hell.
almost
Seriously.
like keying a vehicle surrounded by cameras is a bad idea. But if you're willing to commit a felony based on what you saw on social media, I don't think intelligence is one of your best attributes.
No.
Now, leftist Reddit is crying about the jailing of Tesla protesters, trying to compare this to boycotting Bud Light and the incineration of Tesla's.
Look, somebody actually, they went and burnt like Teslas on a yard. Like this is why they're calling it domestic terrorism. Just look at this nonsense. Just seriously, like
over their CEO. But no, the left-wing media still calls these protests.
Just to be clear, you protest a private company, you are labeled by this administration a domestic terrorist.
you see a lot of you watch the such news. You see how this is supposed to be a journalist, this person here. Supposed to be a journalist who's supposed to give you objective and biased information. So, but they're already activists. A lot of these people are activists, journalists in course, but they're not journalists. They're just activists and hosts. So they're already, when they ask the question, they're already framing, presuming so many things that, oh, you're just protesting. No, you destroyed somebody's property. In fact, if you can go check what Bud Light, people are buying the Bud Lights. Now it's your property. You go destroy a show or go through it, whatever they were doing to protest what Bud Light were doing, those transgenderism manenos. But on this end, this is somebody's car. Like, if you can't tell the difference, then you're morally defunct. But this is what this kind of media, this MSNBC, this is poison, by the way. MSNBC is poison. If you watch this as one of your main sources of information, ask yourself why people always think you're stupid.
It's the latest in more than a dozen instances of arson and vandalism targeting Tesla.
Like all this
month, shots fired at a Tesla dealership in Oregon.
Wow, you guys like petty acts of domestic terrorism, huh?
Those are guys who are clapping in one of these comedic shows. They're clapping when they're showing people's property being destroyed. That's why I repeat, wokeness is a mental disorder. Listen to those guys. They've been so consumed by this, Elon bad. No, actually it's Trump. So anyone attached to Trump, bad. The bad really quit an election.
I forgot who said it recently, but they claimed all these liberal late-night comedy shows have just become clan meetings for the left. And it sounds like an overgeneralization, but after seeing that clip, I'm having a hard time refuting it, as even the host calls them out for cheering on acts of domestic tea, but that's exactly what it is.
You see the way he's saying domestic tea. I know that the algorithm does that, like when you're using certain words, it downranks your video and whatnot. I don't know how to do that though. I don't know if I have to try and see if anything but so boring. It has a name. Now they start making you to censor yourself. This is how censorship is done. You like when they don't want you to use certain words, they just put the thumb on the scale so you can't earn money on this one. It's a segue, but I actually hate it. I hate that. Like, this is a very successful YouTuber, 757k subscribers. So, and he's doing it so, like me who has 1,000, like, maybe follow the rules that they're using to, because they're speaking about the things they want to, but they have to use all these different terms. I'll think about it. You can't be kichwangu, but you just say, maybe it will improve my faster, the algorithm will recommend my videos more. I don't know. I will try though and see.
The host calls them out for cheering on acts of domestic tea, but that's exactly what it is. I know a YouTuber that largely built her audience from buying and reviewing Teslas, and it really seems like she has to denounce Elon every time she references the car now.
Imagine
because
that.
If she didn't, her liberal audience would leave her. And even me. I own a Tesla and I love it, but I have friends that want to go catch a Kings game at the Staples Center or the Crypto Arena as it's now called in downtown LA. But I've always parked at this little hidden spot that dodges all the traffic coming into and leaving the games. But it's in a very shady lot, so I'm definitely not gonna take my Tesla there, which just goes to show what the extreme left is doing is working. They want people to be afraid to affiliate with them, and they want people to be afraid to drive them.
That's why it's called terrorism.
All for fear of what the left will do to them, as even their political leaders are gloating about it.
They've got that little stock app. I added.
This is the Tim Walz. He was the running mate to Kamala. One of the weirdest, like the way he behaves. He's definitely, definitely. He's such a weirdo.
Tesla to give me a little boost during the day. 225 and dropping.
No, I'm talking about Tim Walz and his comments about the Tesla stock. He says it gives him a boost to see that stock going down.
That poor guy didn't check his portfolio and his own pension plan for state. It's beyond stupid what he did. He's talking down a
This is the guy for Kevin O'Leary. Is it Kevin? Not. He's called Kevin O'Leary. Yes, the Shark Tank guy. So he be saying, whatever, because that Tim Walz is trying to say he's happy that the stock price of Tesla is falling. By the way, it's back up another 30 or something. Like some of these people, like if you are a captive of such people who everything they tell you is a manipulation or a lie. That's why so many of you are not able to just think outside some boxes. Like you keep on insisting because you had some Tim Walz say or something that made you feel good. And we are sticking it to Elon, which they actually put that sentiment into you that you'll stick it to guy like Elon. You're not really sticking to him at all. His wealth will grow. And because he has functional products that have value in the market, like, you know, some of you really need to take a chill pill, because sometimes I've had arguments with some of you and I'm like, I'm arguing with a village idiot who thinks he knows more than he does, because you've listened to a lot of this mainstream. They've fed you so much rubbish over so many years. You don't want to take a moment and realize, Jesus Christ, I've been propagandized my entire life. Like, just a moment, it will take you a week before you're like, oh, damn it, because the evidence is there. Like this guy, this Tim Walz guy, is causing about this. And you know what the issue is? Part of like his state, part of the investment portfolio is Tesla stocks. So if Tesla falls, what happens to their, you know, like just to score some online bullshit, it makes it gives me a high. Who listens to such a buffoon and thinks, oh, what a great leader? Like, people, you need to raise your standards. Americans, what have you done to us? Putting these buffoons in front of us. Corrupt, incompetent buffoons who can't say one word of the truth. By the way, this is it to our local media. They say more truth than this CNN and MSNBC. I'm telling you the truth. They have to at least report this person was killed here, or this person, this happened here, this person stole something here. They have to report at least on the ground things to, you know, to maintain some level of authenticity. But these other people, they are totally partisan and they can't tell you the truth. They've lied since they started wars, because a lot of these media houses, they put a black woman like this, oh, diversity. And she says some of the most stupid things in the world. And just because she's black, you're like, oh, attacking her. That's how they do it. And most of you fall for it. No.
3.5% weighting in his own pension plan. I mean, what's the matter with that guy? He doesn't
the pension investments for people in his states.
The well-being of his own constituents in his state, I mean, that's their investment fund.
He literally doesn't mind sacrificing the pensions of his own citizens.
I wanted to go watch that video, hear what that woman says after that, the so-called journalist. Like, she was trying to actually take lesson, like like this guy didn't say actually, no, but it's only like 5 or 10%. What is 5 or 10% of $1 billion? Like,
citizens, as long as he can get a win over Elon Musk. And that's just the common theme we see with the modern day Democrats. Whether it's the useful idiots going to prison for vandalizing Teslas, a few female athletes losing their scholarships in the name of inclusion, or the victims of horrendous crimes due to their unwillingness to enforce the border. The
female thing is that they allow men to compete in some female sports in America. You've seen it. You saw the World Cup, what they're doing. I'm telling you, it's poison. Once it goes somewhere, it just destroys everything. You can't have fairness. You just be fed all these words. Oh, diversity, equity, inclusion. Oh, we have our minorities and we need to... They'll feed you all these words, but they mean nothing. They mean nothing, and actually a lot of what they spew is wrong. It doesn't work. It's never worked anywhere.
Are completely comfortable in sacrificing their people, all in the name of preserving their political agenda.
Yep.
And even though it sounds outlandish to say that, you cannot find a single Democrat politician telling their constituents, hey, don't vandalize these Teslas.
Imagine that.
Trump administration is
Imagine
reclassifying
that.
these crimes, and you could do some serious time. No, they want their base to be angry and emotional, because the second they become level-headed and rational, they just might start to question, wait, why is Doge finding government waste a bad thing? Because at this point, critical thinking is antithetical to liberalism. So if you appreciate my concise, lighthearted comments...
Thank you, Decoy Voice. I appreciate your insights. So there, you can go subscribe. He has 757 units to get to 1 million. Go subscribe. Thank you for your video. Let's see what the people are saying here. Everyone has the right to protest. No one has the right to vandalism. Exactly. Protest, vandalism, and Nason aren't protest. Yes, just 2 years ago, they worshipped Tesla. That's what I was telling you. They worshipped this guy. They had videos. He's the guy. The 21st century sijui what they named him, all the flowery words, until he said, no, me, I prefer Trump. Ah, Hitler. Oh my goodness. Did they want us all to drive Teslas just the other day to save the environment? Akina Greta Thunberg. How dare you? They're also beating us down. So that's how you know this. A lot of this is just fake virtue signaling. Because if it's politically expedient, they'll turn their minds like that and switch the other side. It's no longer about the environment, and Tesla is making this great change of not using fossil fuels. No, now is Hitler. Burning a vehicle isn't good for the environment. Bad light protests didn't include harming Clydesdale horses or shooting other people's beer. Yeah, exactly. Remember when US Democrats, senators bragged about owning Teslas in 2020 when gas prices went up. And you see, most of you don't remember these hypocrisies. That's why you keep following rubbish. Yeah? So I guess it's safe to say that their push for EV was never about climate change. So a lot of, you see, like, people are not stupid anymore. People are willing to look at you and say, you're full of shit. Like, no, we are not following you, and that's why I fall. Let's see what this guy had to say. I will just listen like 1 minute. I like Matt Walsh. This is another one who the Oak don't like, but I like. Even in this setup of theirs, is it Daily Wire? Him and, say, Michael Knowles, I like those. The rest are kind of propagandists and lying scumbags, so it is what it is.
Video of some random loser vandalizing a Tesla. And first we'll look at the video. There's no audio for this, but I think we have the video. This guy just, we have this video. There he is. Okay.
Why do they all look like this?
So he walks up, pulls the key out.
You see, all of them are being caught like this because the cameras are everywhere. It's over there, it's over there, it's everywhere. Basically, the Tesla cameras cover the 360 view, so it doesn't matter where you come from. You'll be caught.
He's the car.
Outside
of an Olive Garden. This happened in Wichita,
Kansas. He's probably gay.
Kansas, outside of an Olive Garden. And you can see this guy, this kind of clumpy, disheveled loser with his, I think it's apparently Lilo and Stitch pajama pants that he's wearing.
Yeah, they're like perennial children.
And we'll get back to that in a moment. But there is an update to this story. Local news is on the case. So we know whose car was vandalized. And turns out it was a disabled woman whose car this was. Watch the report.
Damaging a personal vehicle does not affect Elon.
This guy, look.
It's giving him more money to fix the vehicle that you damaged. It's not damaging who you're thinking it is.
Just before 6 p.m. on...
Imagine you buy your car, then some idiot comes to scratch it because Elon's bad. Elon is just a fucking crap.
Thursday, Abigail...
I can't stop making fun of people with Trump derangement syndrome. TD, Trump. You can't be that dumb. I'm sorry. You can't be that dumb.
and her family were seated for dinner at Olive Garden. Over an hour later, they left, and what they found waiting for them was shocking.
Quite a lot of damage.
But you see, a lot of people don't say, like, what's up with the king? Try and repaint this car, and you see why people are causing. What if you are going to spend like 200,000 shillings to repaint this car? Or 100,000? What are you going to say about the king? Or it's nothing. Are you going to say it's nothing?
He keyed this side as well, which, as you can see, this side, it even looks like it affected above the tire. This is a lot more damage.
This comes less than a week after a possible arson at a Tesla dealership in Kansas City. Gil believes her brand new Tesla was targeted because of the current political climate and perception of Tesla CEO Elon Musk.
But it felt really disappointing that this is happening in such a great country, a great state. So for this to be happening in Kansas, of all places, is super shocking.
She says her family has had discussions around if it's even safe to be driving a Tesla anymore, in part because of incidents like hers. If she could send a message to the man who keyed her car, it's this.
You have put a very big crisis on me because physically I am in a wheelchair. I just hope that he definitely gets the correct punishment. I hope he pays all of the damages.
The correct punishment?
Well over $1,000, possibly over $10,000 of damage. I hope.
$1 million shillings, 1 point something million shillings. And you see, you'll be found slapped with that bill. Then maybe you are inside for a year, or even if it's 6 months, even 2 months. Like what is wrong with the people? What is wrong with this world? Has been turned on its head by this ideologies. Everybody is trying to act like they are the supreme knowledge in all political ideology. Most of them are just petulant children. You can see somebody that's just going to scratch you. Like at my age, if I find myself doing that, I'll report myself and cane myself. Because it's absolute asinine rubbish. Anyway, I don't know if these things interest you, but they do interest me. I hope they interest you too. What do you think? Leave your comments down below. And please don't forget, go and make your contribution to OT Unleashed. This is a concept that we are doing for Book of Ka Universe, a Book of Ka Chapter X, the feature film is what we are trying to produce. Go and check there. Go and watch our concept short film there, OT Unleashed, a Book of Ka story on 3D Africa Media, or you can even go to my X account there, Alboa Cinema, Albert Nyakundi there. On my pins, you can also see it there, and also all the information that we are using for, like if you see right below me, the till number and the PayPal for international contributors, till number M-Pesa for Kenyan, East Africa. Even if you're abroad and you're a diaspora person who uses M-Pesa, weka kitu hapo 5158365 till number, sejo2001 at gmail.com for PayPal. It has to be done. Have you guys seen down there? If you see like below, there, no, that side. I'm still trying to down there is bookofka.com. You can see it there, bookofka.com. Can you see bookofka.com? Yes, that will be the website. So go do the necessary. Otherwise, I don't know. I don't know. What do you think of this video for today about Tesla and the great Elon Musk, the American politics? Sawa. By the way, locally, you see the youth them, what they are doing. They're not bad. It's the same. You see, political violence goes either way, but it's criminality in this case. We're calling it political violence. Nonsense. Otherwise...